Hello, it's Crypto CJ. It's the trade of the day, Monday night / Tuesday morning Zoom edition, depending on where in the world you are. I'm in Thailand. Most of my peeps are in the USA. Let's come together, see if we can do something productive here. Bitcoin has been trending up, not really aggressively, but improvement. So let's go to the chart. Share my screen and on my Bitcoin day chart.
We see it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And you can see the trend heading up here on the day charts since early last week, actually the week before. And we're up about 14, 15% since the 9th. I measured this earlier. Yeah, this low spot here on the 8th. Yeah, just under 15% in 2 weeks. So gradually moving back up. It's usually one of the best ways to grow. And we'll just see if we keep on continuing. The news has been pretty good. I didn't see anything worth really highlighting, but just more institutions getting involved, more crypto-friendly headlines in the U.S. and from the Trump group. So yeah, it's looking good. All right, so that's Bitcoin. Ethereum, not as good. Trending down in the 1500s, couple negative days. And it's below all the moving averages, 20, 50, and 200, where Bitcoin is, I think, is above or at the moving averages. There was some concern that we'd have a death cross. That's when the 50-day moving average crosses the 200. The 50 is this yellow line, the 200 is the orange, but it looks like they're just going to miss each other if this trend continues. So it's kind of scooting here on top, no cross. So again, news is pretty good. Let's keep pumping. So how do we make money in this market? Let's go to Altcoin Alert and iCoin Pro, see if we can pick out some day trades and swing trades. Before I do that, is there anybody who wants to contribute or comment upon the news overall before we look for specific trades? All right, we'll start with Altcoin Alert. I'm on the altcoin radar setting. Easy mode is off. Got all the columns. I'm sorting by AA score. Let me refresh, get the most current information. And the first sort I usually do is the AA score. And we'll see if that comes up. Very good. And we've got Magic at 98.3. I haven't seen one that high in quite a while. Illumin Caspa in the high 80s. And that's about it as far as those to really consider. I brought Magic up on a Coinbase chart. This is my day trade layout, 15-minute chart. I've got supply and demand visible range by Lux Algo for support and resistance. Resistance, the red zone, support the green zone. And the RTI relative trend index for entries and alerts. And cumulative delta for confirmation on trend-based trades. At the moment, we're hanging at the 50 on Magic. So I haven't seen a dip below 20 on this in quite a while. Not since back here in on 17th. So this might be one where you set an alert on the 50. It just bounced off the 50 twice. If you took this trade now, retrace to the red zone would be 20 over 20%. So that would be amazing. This little resistance here would be about 7%, also very good. This resistance area here, about 13%. Potential retrace potential. think I repeated myself. Retrace potential looks really good on this coin on the day trading layout. So not financial advice, but you might want to get in now off this 50, hold some funds back in case if it dips down below 20, and then ride it back up to the red zone where it's been 3 times, 4 times in the past day or so. All right, so that's the RTI day trading layout. Let's look at our swing trading layout, which is on the 1 hour chart. Also supply and demand visible range from Lux Algo for support and resistance. We're using SuperTrend for entries, which is an easy to read buy and sell indicator. And then Trendilo LSMA, this moving average for confirmation. Now we've got the LSMA pointing nearly straight up, better than a 90-degree angle. So that's a good sign, but we're at the resistance area. So it might be too late for a swing trade. Let's look at the 4 hour chart. Yeah, we're at a recent high, 8 hour. And day chart. So you could take a day, you get in now and go back to the red zone on the day chart. That would be over 100%. It could take 100 days, 1% a day. That's pretty good swing trade. A little longer than I care to, but if you want to set an alert on this, well, the buy just triggered on the day chart. So yeah, you could get in this now if you wanted to, and hold it all the way back up to about 50 cents. I think would be the play on this. I like this a little better as a day trade, time-wise, but swing trade on the day chart for a few months could be worthwhile. Any questions on Magic before we move on? All right. Let's see what else we have on Altcoin Alert. The other sort I like is social activity. Match that up with trading activity. Fire and fire here on Engine. Magic shows up again. Loom is on the AA score as well. Kind of overshadowed by Magic. Badger, Gala, there's a bunch of them up here. Since the market's been trending up, there's a lot to choose from. RSR is one I like. Stacks just flipped on the thumbs up on trading activity. Oh, that's Stacks just went to fire on both. So let's look at that one, STX. Okay. Well above the 80 here on the 15-minute chart. This is the kind of thing I'm looking for usually, where it breaks below the 20 and then breaks back up. We had that here. And then rode all the way up, 17, 18% in 10 hours. That's a great day trade. So that's the kind of layout I'm usually looking for. And I'll get rid of this line. So to catch that again, right click on the RTI, add an alert, crossing up on the 20. Once per bar close, leaves it on all day. Add a custom name, social activity sort. And notifications, notifying the app on my phone. Toast notification pop up on my laptop. Play a sound also on my laptop. Go with 3 notes reverb and click create. And my alert should show up over here on the alerts. And there we go. Now I'm going to modify this one a little bit. Instead of crossing up, I'm going to trade both directions. This is a potential short. I'm trading on leverage. I'm on a foreign exchange, so I'm going to go with entering a channel and 80 on top, 20 on the bottom, and I'll leave the rest the same. So when this one dips below the 80, that could be a short position. Okay. And let's look at a swing trade on this. And this looks a lot like magic before. We're at the red zone, still trending up. So the Trendilo just turned green, still have a buy signal on the super trend, but I don't like where we are on support and resistance. Look at the 4-hour chart. Similar situation, 8-hour. Okay, on the 8-hour chart, we've got retracement back to about 88 cents. So if you took this one now, based on this information, resistance here around 16%, in the red zone here to about 20% in 58 days. Don't like that too much. But if you're more of a swing trader, this might appeal to you more. I like this better as a swing trade with the alerts I set up a little while ago. Okay, any questions on stacks? All right, so that was social activity sort. Let's see, 1-hour projected range. And the serum looks pretty good. Lower is a very small positive number. Upper is 9%. Average is 4.5. That's pretty good. Fairly low risk. So let's look up serum. Not... Okay, it's on Kraken. Some suspect volume. It looks like it's going to dip below the 20, but in the past that has not done that well. You can see the other times we just went sideways. It was chopping on the 20, the RTI. So, but the red zone, if you got in fairly soon, I mean, it's almost 12%. It hasn't been back there in 3 days. So I don't know about this one. Maybe go in small, hold some funds back for additional purchases. Pretty good support here, around 1.5 cents. So that's somewhat encouraging. All right, let's go to the swing trade option. Okay, so this looks better. Got a buy signal on the super trend, but the Trendilo just turned red. We're in the green zone. So I'd probably want to see the Trendilo turn green again. Maybe get in around here. But, back to the red zone is over 30%, close to 40 in 7 days. I love that as a swing trade. So this one looks a little better as a swing than a day trade. Might want to set your alert, maybe catch the next buy signal, or do an hour alert to check the Trendilo, see if you get that confirmation. Any comments or questions on Serum as a swing or day trade? I have noticed sometimes on these Altcoin Alert 1 hour projected ranges, they tend to be better swing trades than the short trades that they're supposed to be uncovering, but regardless, I just look for Altcoin Alert to tell me what's moving. So let's go to short-term sentiment, which has not been useful lately. Match that up with the Elder Impulse hourly. And Brett, audio, I kind of like that one, up 27%. Spell, let's go to audio. Haven't looked at that one in a while. So it did a big spike here a few hours ago, and then trending down since then. On the RTI, it's between the 50 and the 100. If you got in now and it caught a move, 15%, that's a great day trade. So how do we catch that move? I don't think I proposed this alert before, but you don't have to use just 20, 50, and 80. You can go crossing up on the 100, see if it breaks above again, and maybe get in there. And then you know the rest. Let's look at this as a swing. This goes back to the red zone, 13% in less than a day. So that's a great swing trade. Trendu is strong, nearly vertical, and buy signal still on the super trend, and there's a little bit of room on the retrace. So yeah, kind of like this is a swing as well. But this also has dip potential all the way down to 6 cents and change. All right, any questions on audio? All right, we'll do one more sort on Altcoin Alert. Let's go for long-term sentiment. Match that up with the Elder Impulse Daily. And these are often good swing trade options, though I use them for both time frames. Kava and Loom. Loom had a big move. We looked at Magic already. Let's look at Loom. I thought that was on my list. It is not. Okay, Loom is on mostly foreign exchanges. Well, since I went to the trouble looking for it, I'll look at it on XT. I have an account there. Okay, it's above the 80, looks like. It's had nice moves below and above the 50. It hasn't hit the 20 in a few days. So you can do an alert on this one to catch the next 50 or 20. I'm going to do my entering a channel, do the 80 on top, 20 on the bottom. Custom name, long-term sentiment. And we'll see if we can catch a loom trade. Okay, let's look at the swing option. Not much retrace potential here on the hour chart. Let's go to the 4-hour. About the same, 8-hour. A little bit more room there. 26% in 35 days. It's not bad. How about the day chart? All right, so retrace back here to December's figures, close to 8 cents would be a really good trade. Take 140 days though for 104%. Not bad. Not really how I trade, but I mean, I want to consider Loom as a swing trade, a longer term swing trade, definitely not short term. Though this, yeah, 99% in 38 days, that's much better. So I kind of like that. All right, that's about all I have for Altcoin Alert. Anybody have any questions on how I use this tool or how maybe you could use it for swing and day trades? Okay, let's head over to iCoin Pro, look at a few options there. I've got the Buddy Coin Crawler tool up. It's home of the 1, 2, 3 dip, which inspired the RTI strategy I use. I like to sort on this tool average low to SMA. So it's 24-hour low. SMA is the red line you see on the Bollinger Bands. The RTI setup here. So that's this line here, simple moving average. All right, so I'm looking for values just 4% and higher, and I got a lot of high ones here. Some coins I'm really don't know. Troy's an old one. Might just look at that one. STMX, Engine. Let's look at Engine. That's on my list, ENJ. Okay. We're below the 20 on the RTI and near the green zone. So you might want to catch the next break above the 20. And then you have a retrace potential to the red zone. Yeah, over 20%. That's a great day trade. So let's set the alert on the RTI. I'm going to go with both directions, entering a channel. If you're trading spot, go with crossing above the 20 value or the 50. Once per bar close. Buddy coin crawler. And click create. I'm good to go. On ENJ, let's look at this as a swing. Okay, so it made this big move and then it's dipped quite a bit since then. So we do have a buy signal from the super trend, but no confirmation yet from the Trendilo. We got in now, retraced, 25%, 15 hours. That's a great swing trade. Yeah, this is one you just want to check every hour or so to see if Trendilo turns around to get that confirmation. Otherwise, you're kind of in no man's land until that happens. Essentially sitting on the 50 value on the on this setup. So yeah, Any questions on ENJ? All right, what was the other one that was showing up? Troy. Well, haven't looked at that in a while. This one used to be on Coinbase. Um, yeah, it's not on many exchanges. So I think I'll pass on that one. Let's see what else we have. Cream, STMX. Or I could see if any of these meme coins are worth a look. Beta, what's that? Just see what it is. It's not really on any exchanges that I know of. I guess look at Mexi again, but I haven't traded on that one in a while. All right, let's see what else. Veet. Yeah, just some of these obscure ones with the huge moves are only on a few exchanges, and they're all foreign. So, would like to look at one more on Buddy Coin Crawler. Let's look at STMX. Hmm. Binance US. I'm not really seeing anything I want to look at. Oh, look at Cream. I thought that was on more exchanges. Huh. Wow, this isn't much fun for you guys to watch me look around for coins to look at. Um, I guess I'll keep going down to low fours, 3.5. Curve. All right, look at Curve. I like that one. Was trading that a lot a couple of weeks ago. Okay, it broke below the 20 and then broke back up. We're a little late on that, but it does have retrace potential to the mid-red zone here on 4 to 5%. That's a good day trade. So you could get in that one now. Broken above the 20s, closing in on the 50. So that's got potential. Let's look at the swing trade option. And we've got a buy signal. It's coming out of the green zone, but Trendilo LSMA is not confirmed yet. And the retrace isn't that great on the 1 hour. It's like 5 to 10%. So it's a little better day trade than swing, I think. All right, any questions on Curve? Okay, any questions on iCoin Pro, Altcoin Alert, day trading or swing trading in general? Any coins to look at? Okay. I will stop the recording here. If you're watching on the recording, I appreciate that, though I'd rather see you live. Check out the pinned comment. And the opportunity is there. They help fund the channel. I'll let you go now, and I should be back on Thursday night / Friday morning. Have a good week. Thanks. Bye.